Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Talk. I haven't recorded in a minute. That's because I've been very busy, but I'm very excited to get back to our wonderful game. Now, what I will say is, if you guys hear a little bit of sounds in the background, I apologize, as I'm trying something a little new. Normally, I record with my main door to my office shut, but my animals have become very sad that I have not been in, or I have not been able to be heard or seen by them. And technically I have my green screen behind me, but it's more the premise. What I will say is you may see my cat run across the top of my chair, or like that, as she currently has the zoomies. But if that does happen, don't worry about her. Merlin is perfectly fine. If you hear my dog Loki, he's in the background like whining because he's sad that Dad is not playing with him. He will be played with momentarily. But let us go ahead and continue where we left off. So, hi members. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury? I can't read. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedatives illegally? Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. That's honestly true. Hey! Hyde. Gala. But it was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Moxie. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright. You know what to do. So, coffee, ginger, milk. Brew. Ginger latte. Try this. Also, let's see what's new. Oh, it's because I learned a thing. That's right. Bye-bye. Thank you. I'm sorry, but this doesn't taste anything like what I asked for. Pardon me for the mistake. I'm so confused. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Isn't it coffee? Or am I crazy? I could be crazy. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order it? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. Sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah. When this was a bar. What happened exactly? He's getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ugh, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, huh? You told him I was your bodyguard. Wait, you were not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me in the street, God. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of them. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what you were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. after all the trouble you caused me the night before. I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Oh. I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Also, I just realized my hair is a mess today. I just got off work. Well, he was working with me, I noticed. Hyde. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say, something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. I wonder if Gala has PTSD, and Hyde helped him get over it. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So, you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to that stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Moxie, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Tea-based drink that is warm and cool at the same time. Okay. So this adds warm. This adds cool. Okay, hang on. Tea-based. As good as I'm gonna get, but ginger and mint wouldn't be too bad. Ginger and cinnamon though? Or sorry, mint and cinnamon? That's just awful. That's about as good as I'm gonna get. I don't want to serve. I don't want to serve that at all. What do I have? Hang on. Lemon, cinnamon, tea, mint, ginger. Ooh, okay. I think this is about as even as I can get. Mint ginger tea, sure. I would never personally drink that, but exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. You just not like Hyde. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You? Oh, it is currently storming outside. I hope that my electricity doesn't go out. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work. How could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Rex. I showed Moxie my drafts, and I actually got some good feedback. It's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. It's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on the road. We'll do so. And speaking of hospitals, how was your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, right? Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require if they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kind of like biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job to be tough. Whereas heartless people, like my friend here, only sees it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyways. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. He needs to be a bit less loyal. Hyde. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa! I did not know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy... Ask for a promotion, man! They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it! I'm not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing the job. I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. You gonna say hi? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Moxie. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. Same position for 50 years. Woof. I cannot imagine that. I mean, I know there's people that have probably done it. You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like Gala would be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how did you guys meet? Seriously? I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why would he make you the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? You're trying to squeeze the story from me. Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya. Come on. I won't get into details. But going to war messes with your head. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That won't help him get over his trauma though, right? Boop. My camera. Boop. Okay. Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then, I got to be interested in it. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problems. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help. When he refused, which he refused. No surprise there. But I kind of pushed him into it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. And he quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been working. Spaceman! Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. We are all friends. Meet all of the main characters. Nice. Neil. Yes, Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of association with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle? Yeah. Ooh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all of your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah! What? Arami Gendru album cover. I hope I pronounced that right. I hope that's not a real person. Also, Neil. Ooh, Bailey's updated his thing, I think. Hyde. Oh, hey, we're considered best friends. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. Nice. Part of Los Angeles Agency, old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Neil. Nothing. I have nothing on Neil. Okay, well, we tried. Ah. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communications skills with earthlings. Also, speaking of music, Ginger. Oh, they do the music. Whoops. Sorry. I like your music, Arami. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something. Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Okay. Cure for a sore throat, but sweet and savory with a hint of bitterness for the heart. So a green tea latte, maybe. A warm and calming darkness. Spiced tea from Southern Asia, despite the name, it's American. Caffeine boost, light, blacker than the moonless night, hotter than the most bitter the hell it's so. Warm energy boost. Okay. I think I'm gonna go dark chocolate. Or let's see what this gives me. Milk chocolate. Ooh, let's try and make a little moon. Oh, what? Okay. Now that I know I can do this. Oh, whoa. Watch me, watch me sit here for 300 years trying to get a moon. Okay, and then star. There we go. That'll work. A cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. Oh boy. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yeah. But can't be so sure with Fred. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date? All the way from a galaxy far, far away? Wow. Turns out pervs exist anywhere in the universe. Dude, my hair, guys. We're having a bad hair day. If anyone's had a bad hair day, I feel you. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Aw, man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or a husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why with such rules do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So, even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that's what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that would be the case, or should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Frey. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how do we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now? The path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourselves to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partner wears condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms. But how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that. But we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed, after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care of your way, sir. I love Neil. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer work? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I smoked with her last? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation. Unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. So I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well. It'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. I love Neil. I think they're an interesting character. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Dwarven-made cars face challenges against an unexpected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Huh. Wow. Wow. Welcome. Good evening, sir. That's Men in Black. That's Men in Black. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division. Fired? You're from Fired? Or Fire? For sure. How may I help you? We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. But what should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know? That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures. Thank you for that. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before you leave? Before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. I wonder if that was Neil. Like, seeing if we're trustworthy. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Careful, Neil. Careful. Huh? Is this Neil? Oh. Hey! Yes! Good evening, Moxie. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle. You both been somewhere together? We plan to meet here. It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea? Mint. Ooh, a new thing. Your drink's ready. Looks really fresh. I call this Maracap, inspired by its origin. Marrakech in Morocco. I heard the people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. Oh my. It's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. I love tea. I think it's so good. How about you, Miss Myrtle? You want to order right away? Sure. I'll have Tatar. I gotta look that one up. I don't have that. What is Tatar? I don't know what that is. Okay, team. I'm cheating. I'm cheating and I'm Googling it. Because I guarantee you she said it to me before. T-E-H-T-A-R-I-K. Just tea with milk? Just tea with milk. Okay. How was I supposed to know that? Or is it TT milk? It just said tea with milk. That's not. Nope. Nope. Trash that. TT milk? Tataric. Okay. Here's your Tataric. The tea with milk mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups. Huh. Is there anything wrong? No? It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Just like the Tataric you get in Southeast Asia. Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and from videos on the internet. What did I learn? Myrtle. I learned a thing, as I've stated before, working on full non-conflict. So, how are things going in the office? These two are so cute. As usual, tired. But thanks to you and your team, we made some good progress with a problem we've been stuck on for a while. I'm glad I could be a bit of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Crunch time! We hate it! I went to school for game development. We hate it. We hate it. Oh. I want to say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team. As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway, because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for it. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. The guilt is something that also bothers me always, even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse. I know the state of the industry, but it's still sad when you realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry I ruined the mood for the prelim. Don't worry about it, huh? I'm not that bad off, you know? At least the company gives us decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses, and so on. And we're already used to this. So, don't worry about me, okay? Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't get annoying. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem? I had to confirm my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it. Fast. Before they give your spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's not? Cost? The booth is free for me. That's good then. And the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry. And also senior journalists. I know. But I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. And thousands of people will be visiting us. Expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market. And you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? About me? It's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself the whole event. That one is a bum, yeah. Even that many people is already scaring enough. Doing it for 4 days straight. Showing my baby to the public. I just can't imagine the horror. You know what? So far my schedule is pretty empty. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you. I cannot E at the pitch that I know Aqua E's at. No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then. You shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something. Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge. What about your company booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year. But, I'm coming with you. Whether you like it or not. Okay. Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on? I have a laptop and a smartphone. Is the Expo build ready? Expo build? You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan. Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the Expo. You have the game with you now? It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want. Do so. Okay. I have been in this position. Like, I've been here. Got it. Now let's see. Right? Oh, Miss Rachel. Hi, Moxie. What's wrong? Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. You having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. Are you even legal for Coachella? I thought you had to be 21. We're still adding new performers? Yeah, I might say that those announced this late are backups. Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes. And I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? A sweet hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Milk chocolate. Nope. Chocolate. No? Chocolate. Chocolate. How do you make a hot chocolate? Uh-oh. Coffee, milk. Nope. Coffee. Oh, you don't have to have a secondary. Oh, you do have to have a secondary. Nope, that's just milk chocolate, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I don't got very many trashes left. This is a dark chocolate. Okay, it's my last trash. Hot chocolate. Looks like you're getting... No. Sweet hot chocolate. You're getting a dark chocolate, girlie. I'm so sorry. I don't think this is what I ordered. I mean, it's a cup of hot chocolate, but there's nothing special about it. Oh, I'm sorry for the mistake. It's okay. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need me. Thanks. I'm looking it up. Hot chocolate, coffee talk. I wonder, I'm curious about something. If there is no drink for hot chocolate, and she just wanted chocolate milk and then some. Other than the instructions on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in case there's a good reaction. You might have people lining up to play your game. Don't want them to wait too long. That makes sense. If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with clipping. That should get people's attention. Noted. Hey, place is bumping tonight. Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening, I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. Now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry. We didn't mean to cause you. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What do you have? What would you recommend? Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara? Ooh, what is that? It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take the Spanish Sahara. Got it. So hot chocolate is literally just chocolate. Your drink is ready, sir. What am I learning? About aqua? No, it's Hendry. The music enthusiast and fun. My mind. It's amazing. Glad you like it. Dad? Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good for perfect. I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know, Maurice. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars to become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too? What next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand. Because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years. You learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter? Rachel, I'm sorry. But I'm trying, okay? Try harder. Because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know. But give me a chance. You know what? It will take me time to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your man. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I have informants here. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I need to figure out. But it doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Maurice? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now, please go home. Relax. And don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice before the festival. It's only a few days away. And it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label for. But that's... see you then. Wait, Rachel. Man. Excuse me for a moment. I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyways. What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just choose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely. Especially when there's an argument like that. You saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focused on them instead? No, I was listening. I made notes. See, you didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Moxie, we're leaving. Hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for the drinks, as usual. Please take care of your way. I guess that's all for Oh, nope. One more. Neil? No, it's Henry. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendry. You all right, sir? Sir? Oh, yes. Please, don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. Sorry to hear that. But I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Where are your arguments with Miss Rachel? Something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it made you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fun. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new year. It was a great time for girl bands, you know? They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. Politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. What would hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans at the worst. Teenage girls especially. They're crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar's lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities and their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Editing photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't a mainstream as it is now. It wasn't even the target of the abuse. But it haunts me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about this. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for kids. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big. We have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry? They visit my place from time to time. And we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. You gonna be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright, goodbye. Music, the like celebrities, I think it is a different breed. The things people do and say it kind of blows my mind. Also, the way the internet just works with people, like it allows. I'm gonna kind of pause here and kind of stand on a soapbox a little bit. It allows for like me to give you guys entertainment and be able to do this for fun and enjoy that. But you have people that do this for a living. I mean, like, don't even get me started on what the internet has both allowed and created. It is both a blessing and a curse, right? So I think it's very interesting the kind of dilemma, especially someone like him would face back in the day when my parents were around. The internet wasn't really a thing. Like my parents were a part of school like as computers were really getting popular or like coming into schools. But like you talk about, you know, Facebook being or MySpace being like mainstream, right? Like now we have Instagram, Twitter, X, Snapchat, like all these brands that have allowed for so much diversity to be shown, but have also allowed for people to bully and discriminate and you know, there's an evil inside something that can be so good. And I find that very interesting. And I've taken a lot of courses and I've talked to a lot of people about, like, what if we never had the internet? Like, what would the world be like? And I guess, like, we would be less connected. But there was also a theory and curiosity of how would, like, bullying have escalated? Because now we have cyberbullying, you know? So it's definitely an interesting topic, especially in the realm of the celebrity and the mainstream, because there are people like TikTok allowed for like 16-year-olds to become millionaires, you know? So it is interesting what social media and the internet and all this like craziness has allowed for, but has also given us. So I find that really interesting. If you guys have any thoughts on that, leave it down below in the comments. I'm curious on your guys' take. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Holy shit. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella. Yay, Rachel! Gil Naiman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for new IP. Yes. I would love... We all know who that is. I would love for that to happen. That'd be dope. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There is definitely something that you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me? What? Is it possible for us to work here? What? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in very complicated ways. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication skills improved an awful lot since you arrived. That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a sound strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here, because you want to interact with our customers. That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you are applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you can finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh, let me thank this order, if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh no. We are sorry for our These are words that exist that I don't know. Spontaneity? Spontaneity? But it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you! But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer. Understood. There are other things you need to keep in mind. What is that? Dealing with the customers. Some people are here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or something to read. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on their body language. Nonverbal signs. Yes. That will be very hard for us. Indeed. Okay. This is something that I personally struggle with, is like reading body language. I'm very curious, and please do not take this the wrong way when I say this. If anyone knows, because I do not, is like Neil, like, I don't know how to word that without making it sound mean, so I'm not going to word it, but is Neil like a stand-in for people like that? Because like me personally, like when I walk into a situation and I'm talking to someone, I have to work very hard to understand somebody's body language. I think I've gotten good at it over the years, but I've also spent probably a decade learning it. So I'm curious, because I think that a lot of the topics that are in this game are very hard topics, and they are hidden very well behind fantasy, but in a way that is believable. So I give whole props to the game developers for that one, and mad respect on this game. Like, so far, it is chef's kiss. But I'm very curious, like, when designing Neil, what was the idea behind their character? I'm curious. Don't worry, I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, and when you should stop. Thank you. We will need that so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do we need a special outfit to do the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron, though, to help keep your suit clean, and to differentiate you from the customer. You don't really need more differentiation, but it will make you look more legit for the job. That is a very earthling thing to do. It is. All right then. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Okay. Let's start the night. Interesting. I got Neil working with me tonight. Cool. Welcome. Holy wow. What the hell is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey, Moxie. What's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight, and I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. Nah, it's not like that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since arrived, and we came to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you just agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here? What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there is anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask. I'll mention it. Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya? If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? She found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did you find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up in the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift, and the higher up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you gonna do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that, hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house? Huh? You allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite. Our favorite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay, she likes coffee. Let's just give her espresso. She likes espresso. Let's just give her espresso. Sir. I like that it's a little hand. Here's your drink. Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. But today, I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days ahead, now that I don't really need to care about the other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood, that sounds doable, even without the caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthling bodies, about all the races, and we do not think confusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just, Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh, we are glad to hear that then. As a figure of speech. Ah, we have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing. Understood. At least we are here to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask away. How fast do you write? Not fast enough, apparently. But do you have numbers? Numbers? How many words do you produce per day? I don't think I have the exact number, but full time? I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. It's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000. That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. It's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's the GRA Media, biggest publisher around. If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judge writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. It's pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for earthlings. Yep. Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand. From language to arts. Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge by a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. So it's still a valid parameter? Definitely. Cool. That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Oh, another guest. Myrtle! Good evening, Miss Myrtle. I won't even ask, except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still the one responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. Huh. Your order is ready. Not bad. Thanks. You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle? Psst. Neil, some people come to the coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visit here. Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed. Ah, pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk with a customer here. I can see that. You're still trying to get laid? Oh! No, we are not. We are tasked with learning how earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking with the way we talk. Start listening to the way we listen, which essentially is not really listening at all. That would be very difficult to achieve, but we will try, step by step. One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind. That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you are not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion. It's just... I'm sorry. I'm late. I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? My voice cannot get that high. I already told the barista to call the cops when he was going to the bridge here. Where's Moxie? Where's Aqua? Please relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. If my voice got that high, like if I wanted to get my voice that high, I would peak my microphone. I think I did peak my microphone. Yes, I'm drinking out of a hydro flask. It's good. It's water. Don't at me. Feeling better now? Yes. Oh, that water is hot. Hot water. I'm sorry. It is all right, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here. What are you doing here anyway? We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question. We don't have You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So here is the deal. Okay. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Max. It's nothing, really. But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything? Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer. As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to travel around the planet. This coffee shop is a good start, but we cannot limit ourselves to just this place. Where do you want to go after this? Coachella. I mean, that's about the best place you could go if you want to get laid. What? What are you going to do at Coachella? According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. Yeah, that is why we decided that the event will be our next target. Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about earthlings, including the breeding matters. That is what we will be studying in Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female earthlings. I shouldn't say this, but hell, this sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So, our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together? It's nothing. We're just friends, you know? We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Yes, yeah, that's it. I don't have that much experience in game development, see? I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So, I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today, I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first. So, I couldn't buy her a drink. Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway. But, wait. If you want to thank her directly, doesn't mean you're done with the game? Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your. Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like I'm saying it's written down anywhere. We just know. Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game, huh? That's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix. But players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. Early access. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game? That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice is about the pacing, control, and UI/UX. Huh. Must be fun to have finished working on your creation. Must be fun to have finished working on your creation. My brain didn't read that sentence right. It surely removed some of the weight on my chest, just to replace it with another weight. I mean, there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. And if I can't finish the draft on time, I'm done. And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done. Sorry to hear that, Freya. But please be more confident. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whisper app. And then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others. But it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Doc. What you're going through is more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through. So I'm sure you'll be fine. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people. I'm really sorry. I know. I said thanks already, right? But you put so much emphasis on sharing. It's sarcasm, I know that. Aqua? I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kind of get where you're going. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout? I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside my office knows about it. Those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years. Yes. I don't really work on it. Not directly. So what do you bring? A secret project. I'll tell you under friendier, okay? That is so real. 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 I'm not gonna get into specifics, but that is so real. All right, I'm not with the paper anymore anyway. I'm part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that a dream job for some people? That's what I thought, at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For use. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototype. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There's only 7 of us on the team. 7 samurai. That's what they want. That's what they said. So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years? Sometimes our team works to support others when they're going through a crunch time. They need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. One of you folks were considered the 7 samurai. I guess, yeah. By the way, Myrtle, I just realized. What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yeah. When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined the company, I guess? That's like 4 years ago. Uh-huh. Dude, no wonder you're so burned out. Yes, that's why. You need a vacation. But I can't just take one. You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is... I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off. Where should I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You will? I'm going with you for this long weekend/vacation. What about Max West? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey. Okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right? Alright. I'm so excited. Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Don't be. Okay, it's settled. I need to go home now and prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time. Oh. Okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay? Have fun. Take care out there. May you find joy during your vacation. Okay, see you folks later. What have I learned? Oh, I learned to brew everything. That. A ginger presides over the ground coffee at the bottom of the cup, originally from Indonesia. Interesting. Vacation, huh? You definitely need one for it. I know, but not now. I've got to finish this draft first. As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyway, you gonna close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. Well, please, take your time. You sure? You want another drink to be going on with? Still in the house. I definitely won't say no. All righty. We've gotten to about an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that tonight's episode. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me for this evening's episode of Coffee Talk. I feel it's really interesting. I get off work so late that I play these games at midnight typically, so it's a vibe. It's a real vibe, and it's raining outside. We are really vibing tonight. We're immersed. But thank you guys for joining me. It is always a pleasure to play Coffee Talk. And if you guys are excited to see some more, it really does help when you guys hit that like button and, leave down below in the comments, where do you think Neil is the stand-in for? Or what do you guys think about the internet? Let's get real in the comments for a little bit. But thank you guys again, and I will see you guys